Hey, it's Wolfy-Chan, and I am finally back with some manga reviews. And this one, first up, is Yokai Rental Shop. Fun fact: the buying sticker that was on the back of this had Yokai girls, and don't know if that's a manga, but someone should get up on that, and I'll read it. um, but this one, it starts off with our main character. I don't know, Hyarich, and he is kind of like a 30-year-old guy who didn't know that he had a brother, and it was an older brother, and didn't know anything about it, but just had dreams of an older brother that could take care of him and make him more. So he finally tracks down who this guy is, and he finds out it's a shop, like a pet shop. And he himself, as a main character, works as a what do you want to call it? A civil servant. So he works for the government, and he only just realized from his mom dying that he actually had a half brother. So he goes into this shop, meets this guy, and the guy's like really nice, really sweet. These animals are really expensive. Like there's a chinchilla for like 3 million yen, and he's like, "How do people buy these?" But he thinks the guy is his brother, and he's like, "Actually, no, I'm not that guy that you're looking for. This guy who's about to come down in bandages is your brother." And even he is kind of like, "Oh, is it a customer? We have awesome pets." And he's like, "No, I'm actually here to find my brother. You want money, don't you?" And the guy's a bit shorter than him, covered in bandages, and has kind of a kimono over him, but he's head to toe in bandages. Um, and he's like, "No, I just wanted to meet my family. I wanted to meet somebody else. Is that crazy or wrong?" A little. And then in walks this lady who's very upset, and like her favorite singer, her most awesome singer, um, came, and like he's dead, and she wants him back. And I guess the phrase, oh, I'm not really good with phrases. Excuse me while I look through this. The phrase, da, 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 that which gazes through the very depths of desire, or despair, or revenge, or something like that. So, that which gazes in the very depths of blank. Um, so when a customer says that, the owner, who I don't know what his name is either. I'm really bad at names, really bad. Let's see, Carusa or Caruso. Goodness. He's like, "Oh, I see what you want. Come with me into the back." They go back. He cuts a bit of himself, bleeds onto this kind of tapestry that's like a scroll that you usually write stuff on, and they enter into another world. And so he's like, "This cat will definitely help, but all these animals are 1 million, 2 million, 3 million yen." Funny enough, the lady pulls out a wad of bills and is like, "Is this enough?" "Sure, I think you can pay with that." Like the brother's kind of sketchy that this is all fake, not real at all. This is kind of weird. Um, and so she has her yokai, and it's a rental shop, so the yokai will come back at one point in time. Um, but they grab the dead guy, and she's like, "Well, I can have him forever young," and ah. And so she opens up the coffin because they all come back to the shop. Ooh. And he looks like he's been going through drug addiction, just all sorts of drugs, and she doesn't want him. And he's like, "Well, what do we do with the body?" "Oh, don't worry, the yokai eats dead bodies." Meh. And funny enough, it shows like this yokai, how this yokai is made or birthed. So it starts off with like a normal cat. Then they either get abused or get forgotten, and then their tails split. So that's like a really common thing in like Japanese lore, two-tailed cat, which I believe they're. You can definitely tell me more about this. But I believe a little bit of the details of that is that they have died. They've used up all their lives and they have now second chance at 7 lives. So that's why it splits, or they've lived very long as a cat, so their tail split. But from there, it goes from a twin tail cat to then a yokai that stands up on two legs and talks to you. So it's very, very interesting. Very creepy, but interesting. And our, of course, main character is like, I think this is all fake and none of it's real. It's just not okay. Lead up to the next one where I think it's a kid who doesn't want to get bullied anymore. Um, so he, of course, is like, I don't have like a lot of money, but you know. And the guy's like, no, 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 it's $1,000,000 at minimum. But then he goes, wait, I may have something that would be affordable. Just despite the guy who comes in, it's like his brother. And the guy with bandages only eats candy. So he's a little bit of a no. But then, of course, our guy makes food, gives it to everybody, just like, yay, it's delicious. So that's kind of cool. But, so he rents out this yokai and is like, if you trip and you fall, just tell him that you're taking a break. And you have to tell him when you get home goodbye. So I think like the whole thing is like after where like if you came back out and they were there, you'd be like, let's go for a walk, and he would protect you. Um, and so the kid gets bullied. The yokai attacks them. It's like yay, he's all good. He goes into the house, and the guy's like, don't forget. And he's like, no, I want him to be with me forever. Come inside the house. No, you're never supposed to do that with this dog like yokai because it'll eat your soul and eat you alive. Guess what ensues? And the guy who's his brother, our main guy, is like, oh my god, I don't like this. And the guy's like, you better run. He eats anything. And so he's like, please help me. Oh, did you want to rent out one of my personal yokai? I don't want to die. Okay, well, just know the fee. And it's this big skeleton thing that envelops and kills it, or captures it again. And then he's like, okay, well, now you owe me money. And he's like, I don't have 1,000,000 yen. Really? You who are so tight-fisted about money and everything? I just had to pay for my mother's funeral and a burial plot and everything. Yes, I'm broke. Well, I guess you're gonna work for me. Which, so this is like a mixture between like Holic and oh goodness, Holic, Inu Expoku, um, and what else am I thinking of? A little bit like Death Note, only because the guy likes chocolate, but not too much. Yeah, so it's kind of like those two anime got together and made this, either anime or manga. So of course he is now working to pay off his debt. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about what happens closer to the end of the book. It's actually very interesting, and it makes the whole like they're half siblings and their father is the reason they're half siblings. So it's very interesting. And even like one of the stories is like this girl wanting revenge on her sister, finds out that the person that she loves actually just wanted tips on how to make her happy and stuff like that, but the sister liked manipulating her. And they're like both a moon and a sun, so they're like the different ones. So it's very interesting. And like he gives it then to the other sister, and she's like, "Yeah, just meh." And they all have no faces, and that's not cool. So the other sister decides to mark up and scratch out the other sister's face. Woo. And the younger brother, our main character, is like, why'd you do that? Hey, I wasn't going to return money. You are sadistic, sir. But this story, I actually enjoy. I like the art style. I like kind of how gritty it is. Like, this is the part with the dog. Like, it's maybe a little bit better. Yeah. Like, it's very nice, and it's a bit gritty, and it's a story that I can definitely enjoy. So I definitely recommend giving this a try for anybody who likes supernatural things, who likes yokai or demons, and who just likes, I guess, mixed creatures as well. I definitely recommend this one. I am the biggest fan so far. It'll probably be a while before I get like a volume 2 out on this one, but I really like this. The drawings are amazing, and I do like the story, even though it reminds me of quite a few other stories kind of mixed into one. But having kind of its two brothers dealing with this is really cool. So I really like this. So if you like this video, definitely like. Leave it in the comment section below. What do you think of the Yokai rental shop? Is it something interesting? Have you started reading it? Redditing it. Have you done that? Or who is your favorite character? I fully admit the main character is my more favorite character. Something about him just like, I'm more mature than you, and yet you're the older brother. Like, just, he's cool. And definitely don't forget to subscribe, that big red button, for more anime and manga content, reviews, or just anything else like that. I am trying to get the reviews now every, like, manga, anime. Hopefully I can. I have so much more to review. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Facebook, the links are down below, so that if I go live and do some Twitch videos, the game that I am playing. Or if you just want to tell me about any manga or anime I should watch. Either way. Tell me in the comments or in Twitter or Facebook. Either or. And I hope that you've had a wonderful, wonderful day, or having one. It snowed here. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.